And in today's video, we are reacting to Gen Z, the broke generation. Now they're probably gonna talk about, you know, the regular bills, you know, taxes, you know, just the regular things like apartment, living, condos, houses, cars, gas, compared to the amount you make while working. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the biggest discrepancy in this whole video from past generations. Without further ado, let's get to it. Y'all check out my other channel to drop the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get to it.
She been comment me.
The other day I woke up to two things. One, Apple still charging me that mysterious $5 fee. Two, the realization that Gen Z is somehow in one of the worst financial circumstances of all time. Things that had used to be simple and achievable, like going to school, getting a job, and being able to provide for yourself and live happily ever after. However, the year is now 2025, in which it's somehow become normalized to need 2 full-time jobs and 3 side hustles just to be able to barely scrape by.
Shit.
It's the 21st century, in which the new norm is to have 8 different jobs just to be able to afford an average lifestyle. Gone are the days.
You gotta have a job that's really well, but it's hard to get, like a profession, or have a more regular job but have different side hustles as well as that. Now all of this is just speculation, obviously,
Our
because
parents had, in which they could be a factory worker or a damn ice cream man and live a decent life. Instead, you now need 3 different degrees, multiple jobs, side hustles, and somehow that shit still isn't enough. There's no more renting an apartment for $500 and being able to have a roof over your head for the upcoming month. Instead, you now need to pay 5 times that amount, and it'll still end up increasing. In the year 2000, the average rent cost was around $639, adding up to a total of roughly $7,680 per year. However, the year is now 2025, in which the average cost for rent is damn near 3 times that amount at a
holy shit
per month, or $19,800 a year. And don't even get me started on where I'm from. It's no surprise that hella niggas within our generation still live at home, considering the fact it's become cartoonishly hard not to. It wasn't this hard before. The average baby boomer and even Gen Xer were able to leave their home around their late teens or latest early 20s. However, when you
early 20s.
Fuck no. I couldn't tell you the amount of niggas I know within my day-to-day life that have simply accepted the fact they will never own a house.
Yo, bro, you should do a group trip to the islands, bro.
I don't know about that one, dog. That shit sounds a little bit expensive, bro.
Bro, it's only $2,500 each, bro.
2,500? Nigga, I'm trying to save up so I can move out within the next couple of years, dog. I don't know if I got that 2,500 right now.
Bro,
He from Canada.
we both know we
I could tell.
can't buy a house ever, bro.
Yeah, you right.
I could tell, dog.
Still got the link for those tickets, though? The cost of everything has shot up the fucking roof. Bills, necessities, damn subscription services, everything has went up. Except for your damn wage.
Okay, everything has gone up, but I feel like there's a lot of people that have a lot of things that aren't necessities, and then they complain about it. Man, Netflix is, man, you have Netflix. How many times do you actually watch Netflix? You don't need Netflix then. You don't need that subscription. I don't think you do.
Over the last decade,
Things like that.
The American dollar had an average yearly inflation rate of 3.15%, leading to a cumulative price increase of roughly 36%. This means today's prices are 1.36 times higher than the average prices in 2015. $100 back then is now worth $136 today, or in other words, a dollar today can only buy 73% of what it could back then. But that's only 10 years ago. If you were to continue going back in time to previous decade upon decade, you'll quickly start to realize how cartoonishly bad inflation is actually getting. The average American income in 1970 was a bit over $9 grand. However,
Bro, inflation, what?
Things were still somewhat obtainable.
What? Can't press K?
Things were still somewhat obtainable. New house, new car, some groceries. Even on minimum wage, motherfuckers could still buy a house with just a couple years of strategic saving. However, in 2025, fuck no.
Hell no.
You're considered lucky if you can even afford some of the things on that damn list. And don't even get me started on Canada.
Let me see this look. I told you he was Canadian. I know what the fuck. So I know about it, the way he was talking, He said, dude, car, 65. All right. A new car is not 65. You don't need a $65,000 car. Minimum wage 17. Yeah. Movie ticket 13. That shit more like 19. Gas. Hold on, I can't see. Postage stamp. New house. Average income is dropped that from 70 to 50. And that makes a big difference.
Run through the McDonald's drive-thru with my boy the other day, in which I decided to order 2 junior chickens. Before I can even drive off, I noticed the drive-thru screen was glitching out and flashing another nigga's order. $8.40 is what it read out loud. I said, damn, $8.40 for 2
Fuck
burgers?
is-
What kind of burgers did that guy order, bro?
Your order is all good, sir. Please drive up to the next window, please. Sir? Sir, can you please drive forward, sir? You're holding up the line, sir.
In which I realized it wasn't someone else's order, it was my own order that I had just fucking placed. $8.40 for 2 junior chickens. What the fuck?
Junior chicken. Nigga, ain't it called a McChicken? Ain't it just called a McChicken, or is that something different? I mean, that's not even over the waters. That's just Canada.
Burgers almost cost $10 now? Bro, we ain't ever coming here again, bro.
Bro, I don't even know why you came here in the first place, bro.
Bro.
The year is 2025, in which all the shit that's around you will never fail to make you think you aren't doing enough. If you ain't up worm getting at 4 a.m. sharp in the damn morning, working on 1 out of your 3 side hustles, you're now considered a bum. Whether it be the niggas around you within your day-to-day life,
Nah,
or
facts.
online gurus that somehow have the answer to anything and everything, some way, somehow, you'll be reminded that there's people going way harder than you are. The concept of grinding in itself isn't a bad thing, considering the fact that that's what actually allows.
Here's what I think. If you're not trying, then you're a bum. If you're not trying something, you're a bum. Because there's a lot of people out here that's not doing anything, but they're trying. The trying is the only part, because you never know what'll happen. But you got to give yourself a chance. You can't complain but not try.
Niggas to avoid complacency and genuinely strive for greatness. The problem? You should not need to be in grind mode 24/7 to live an average life. You think the milkman in the 50s or the 60s was delivering milk to people's crib, talking about some...
Make sure you commit to those side businesses. Work your 9 to 5, then grind your 5 to 9 for maximum efficiency, and you'll be able to have what I have.
Hell no. Instead, that guy was going to work, finishing those milk drop-offs, going home, and then simply enjoying his life after. And he still had more than us. Endlessly grinding or even cheese chasing sounds mad cool until you realize you have no time to actually eat the damn cheese. And I get it. The old saying goes, modern day problems require modern day solutions. You know, if the shit around us is becoming mad expensive and wages aren't paying enough, then you gotta do what you gotta do on the side to survive. Even if it means losing the whole point of working hard to begin with. I'll never forget the time I started a new job and the director looked me square in the face and thought it would be a perfect time to ask if I was going to keep my second job as a part-time one while working this one full-time. I looked at him thinking, what the fuck? Motherfucker, I don't even want this job. You want me to have 2 of them? Hell no. However, the year is now 2025 in which it's become normalized to have to be a damn first responder, barber, DJ, construction worker, and a fucking delivery man.
This nigga do it everything.
You trying to pop out today, bro? They're thinking Mexican food. They're messing with the Mexican food right now, bro.
Damn, bro. I would, but I got work, bro.
I mean, what time are you off? We go after you're off, right?
I'm not off today, bro.
What do you mean you're not off today, bro? What does that mean?
Well, work's kind of slow today, so I'm finished at around 1 today, bro.
Okay, so then we link up after 1 p.m., bro. I don't see what's the problem.
Bro, I got Uber after that, bro. I gotta do some deliveries.
When are you done that?
Probably around 6, 7, bro.
Soft. So then we pop out after that.
Bro, I got clients booked for haircuts starting at 7:30, bro.
Nah, facts.
Don't get it
That's
twisted.
how it is.
If you're grinding hella hard, then you should be rewarded for your grind as an end result for the brunt of your labor. But we can't deny the simple fact that in today's day and age, this shit has now been normalized or damn near required due to today's ridiculous prerequisites in terms of surviving. You're already...
People be working 4 jobs. They don't have the best spending habits, right? But they be working 4 jobs and still be complaining. They still have something to say about, it's not enough, I'm looking for another job, or I'm trying to... Ma'am, and it's usually women, you have 4 jobs.
Be expected to work your entire life away. You may as well spend the little time you have afterwards to actually enjoy yourself too, instead of doing more work. You will own nothing and be happy, is what the World Economic Forum told me while I was on my casual doom scroll. And I used to think these niggas were joking, until I slowly started coming to the realization that they might have actually been telling the truth. Despite the cost of everything increasing dramatically or even requiring abnormally large amounts to obtain them, Gen Z remains in luxurious poverty, in which it's not uncommon for hella people to be chasing expensive ass things that are not within their means whatsoever. Newest iPhones, bougie clothing
See,
brands,
that's what I was saying about the
expensive
Netflix thing.
cars, all things that are pretty normal for people to be chasing, even if they can't really afford it. And with the help of credit cards or even buy now, pay later platforms,
Afterpay.
Ugh. Amounts of debt, but still be balling on the gram.
You think you can get my food for me, bro?
Yeah, for sure, bro. You ain't got a sweater, bro. What you want, bro?
Bro, let me get a number 5, bro. My bad. It's been...
I seen a video of a lady who went up to get food from a little, it was inside a mall. I don't know where it is, maybe like Chinese food or something. She did a pay now or eat now, whatever, the Afterpay Affirm shit. Ma'am, they have that shit. How did you get that for fast food? I didn't know you can do that. You paying $2 every week for your chow mein and orange coconut shrimp rice. If it's that bad, you can go to the store and make food. You don't need to do that. That's a little bit too much. I didn't know you can do that. How is that a thing? You have Affirm? Is that like a special Affirm card or like Klarna or Afterpay card? I've never seen that option.
You ain't gotta stress, bro. Man, who the hell is that? What the fuck? Turks and Caicos. Is this nigga on vacation? There ain't nothing wrong with wanting to enjoy yourself or even buy nice things so that you can live the life you see fit. However, nowadays it seems like it's normal to have to go into debt in order to actually do so. I couldn't tell you the amount of people I've ran into within my day-to-day life that will mention shit like how hard the economy is or how they really need to save money because they're spending it on shit they don't need, and then proceed to buy more shit that they absolutely do not need.
Nah, dead ass.
At the time, one of my boys told me a story about a nigga he knew who decided it would be a good idea to finance a brand new Beamer when we had just turned 18, and then proceeded to let it get repoed because he couldn't afford to make payments. But shit, as long as the hoes loved him. And now that I think about it, maybe he might have been onto something that we weren't. If you were to take a look at some of these luxurious items everyone would love to have, things like a nice house, sports cars, first-class flights, bougie restaurants, you'd quickly realize how expensive or damn near unattainable some.
So just lease it, bro.
It's no surprise how
just
people
rent that
actually
shit.
consider going into debt for these said things, as otherwise it's extremely likely they could go their entire life without experiencing them. When it comes to money, there's always two kinds of people. The ones that choose to save their money as you never know what could go down in the future, or the ones that realize the future isn't guaranteed, so they choose to spend it while they still can. I mean, the old saying
AKA
goes, "We're here for
women.
a good time, not a long time." And it's clear that some niggas may genuinely live by that saying and decide to just start straight balling out.
It's not a bad thing though, but
process. All in all, somehow Generation Z has ended up in one of the worst economic states of all time, leading to some very interesting times ahead. It's become normalized to need multiple professions just to make a living. You're looked at differently if you don't want to endlessly work. It's normal to live well beyond your means, chasing endless luxurious items, blah, blah, blah. We definitely got a long road ahead of us. I mean, you tell me, you think Gen Z faces financial hardship as they aren't smart with their money, or better yet, are lazy? Or has time passed and people have come to the realization that the effort is not worth the reward whatsoever? I gotta cut this shit off again, man. I'm starting to sound crazy again,
bro. Hey, that's a W video by Where's Dave. I feel like people live beyond their means and things have gotten harder, but you can ease the people that are like, I just can't afford to live. I just can't afford to live. Those are the people that are doing it wrong. You're not going about it the right way. Maybe you should spend a little bit less, find out what you actually need. But at the same time, if you were never raised or never had that idea brought up to you, like you never had to think like that, it will be harder. Like if you ever go to school, a lot of people that go to school deal with that a lot better, because when you're in school, it's like you have to school or anything similar to where you have to live on your own. You're not getting money like that. You may not have money, but you gotta figure out a way to save money but still get things that you want. You have to learn how to budget or learn how to do this or do that, whatever the case may be. That's the way to go about it. get whatever you need, and then think about whatever you want. Without further ado, we all know this, but it's hard. Without further ado, appreciate y'all for watching the video. Peace.